How to Win Friends and Influence People. The only book you need to lead you to succeed. By Dale Carnegie. Alright. Wow. Okay. So I gotta say, this is like one of those early books I read, kind of with Think and Grow Rich, and How to Win Friends and Influence People. I didn't have a whole lot of social skills before I started working at Subway, and then this book just comes along, and I just can't believe I haven't found it. I mean, it is just killer. It's like, premise of it is connecting with people and building relationships, and then like influencing people, winning friends and influencing people. Like, the title really gives it a lot of good justice. Like, this is like the book on being like a really like outgoing, like, I'm a pretty introverted person. I feel like this is like the book on how to like be an outgoing person and connect with people, and like build relationships, so that, and it goes through like stories and how people failed throughout history by not having like a good understanding of friends and influence of people. And it was written, like, I don't know, after the Great Depression, like long time ago. But like the principles in it and the things you can learn from it are just like absolutely time tested. Like, and they're amazing. Like some of the main takeaways from the book are like, how to like really understand what other people are thinking, like personally, and then also through just like conversing with them and growing on like fundamental techniques to like really handle yourself in social situations and interact with others. So, like really building like a fundamental, this is how you build strong relationships with people. And it walks through like how to do it, step by step kind of things to say, how to really treat others, and if you're like a leader or growing yourself, while simultaneously respecting like where others stand and bringing them into a place of value in your life. I really like the book because it takes you like from nothing to like 0 to 100 in personal conversations and social interactions. And you go through just tremendous success in being with people and growing with others and collaboration and all these super important team building skills and other ways to grow with people both personally and in business, no matter where you're working. It takes you really through the work of how to get it done. Some really memorable scenes in the book. I'll tell you what, there was this one, and it talks a little bit about negotiation. Probably I wouldn't say like as negotiation focused as Never Split Difference, but he goes into like just basic human interactions and building social skills, and there's this one scene where the guy's trying to sell his car, right? Like, it makes sense. He's just getting his stuff done. And, oh, man. There's, like, a lot of scenes like that where it's, like, just going through everyday tasks and then applying some of these underlying principles to win friends and influence people in those situations, so that you can, have a profoundly better outlook on whatever it is you're doing, and growing, like really looking at where you stand with the people around you. And there's like this scene with General Lee from the Civil War, right, where he's getting trapped, and it looks like the North could take him, and then like fog comes down the river, and he just uses like just going off of his impulse and what he knows to be right. He takes all his troops, they go in the river, and they escape the army, right? They win the war. And then it talks about like how Washington was supposed to attack, but like the guy just like didn't do it, right? Or didn't take the opportunity, and then like looking at the consequences of that, because whoever the general wasn't able to influence people. You know, extended the war a couple years, right? Bad stuff, bad stuff. And you can learn from those historic events. And then, you know, he talks a lot about how to really bring change into others' lives, and you can use that in your own leadership through, you know, getting people to get and go and get it done, right? So that you get to a point where you have the ability to bring the influence you want on the friends you choose, and you can get the stuff that needs to get done. I'd say probably like some of the overarching images in the book. There's definitely a lot of really good strategies, just on like growing your outgoingness and then self-confidence, and sort of like, you know, not being like an idiot like all the time, like for lack of a better word, you know, just like I like sort of like fitting in, but like also like growing yourself in the sense that that you're comfortable in like any social situation, and then that transfers over obviously to like whatever work you do if you're in business or whatever. You know, you can use those skills to excuse me, have better, you know, more fluid presentation, speaking, whatever it is that you want to do with other people. You're really going to be able to have a more profound impact on them by, you know, building relationships with them, and using, you know, a lot of what Dale talks about to sort of grow your sphere of influence. I think the book, this is like one of those few books where it's like, I feel like this is like pretty much like, read this book, right? It's like, if you're in any part of your life where, you know, you're interacting with people, a lot of people interact with people, and like you really want to just increase the quality of your relationships and increase your ability to understand others, and you know, influence others, right? If you really want to like create stronger bonds with people and then really understand them, then I'd say like this is the book to do that, because it you know, lets you figure out what you want, identify it, have full confidence in it, and then just you get it done. And I'd say it's one of those books where it's like you can make any situation work for you, and it teaches you exactly how to do that through the process, you know, whatever it goes through. So I think it's a killer book, really, for like anybody. And if you just want to have like real stuff happen in your life and you want to get your stuff done, then this is it. You know, obviously, like if you work in any business field, like it's just more impactful. But I can't recommend it. It's a tremendous book. Like this is like a baseline foundation for building relationships, growing yourself, collaborating with others, and coming together to work and be together. I'll put a link down below if you want to check it out. I would recommend. Very, you know, just killer stuff. Thank you guys. Have a good one.